Said the dreams motivating. Circumstance modify me. Like this every day, cause I'm climbing. Like this every day, cause I'm climbing. You know what I recently learned that lyrics just reminded me of that I just said to myself, wow, I said I'm gonna stop talking. But inspiration and motivation aren't words, they're actions. People essentially aren't inspired by words, we're inspired by actions.
Yeah, that's a fact. Because think of it even on a deeper level. When somebody you look up to tries to use words to motivate you, you don't get motivated because of their words. You get motivated because you've seen their action before. Because if I wanted to get motivated musically and a bum on the street is trying to motivate me, his words ain't gonna do shit to me. But if he was Jay-Z, his previous actions are gonna motivate me. You feel what I'm saying? Even though, not the words directly, but the actions that he's done in the past.
Yeah.
That's what actually motivates us. That's deep. I never thought of that. That's facts.
Yeah. It's I just be thinking about shit, and it just, I don't know. Cause you know what it really made me thought about. It made me think about the era that we're going into, where we have a lot of platforms, and I don't want a lot of the generations to be misled. That's where it really comes from, and I don't think that it's becoming so clouded that actions are being blanketed a lot. And now since anybody have a platform, if we have enough people listening, your words are validated because you have other people see a bunch of other people listening to you without applied action.
Nobody fucking with you till everybody's fucking with you.
And that's a dangerous thing too in itself too, because we got to see Jordan, we got to see the Rockefellers, we got to see the greats of the greats, the Michael Jacksons, the Princes. You know what I'm saying? But in that kind of essence, it's kind of scary in a sense, because
what's scary about it is, like I said before, it's like there are more metaphorical bums on the street giving advice as opposed to the Michael Jordans, right? You have anybody with a cell phone can give an opinion now and publicize it, and you can just come across it, and you either take it face value or you don't. That's the real issue. Like the instant access to social media, which is a gift, is also a curse in that regard, because anybody can do that. Anybody can have a podcast. Anybody can make music. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody can do these things now, and it's so much more easily accessible. So if you can gain enough of a following, or if you can trick or convince enough people, it can make it look like you're an expert in what you're speaking on, even when you're not. That's what's scary. It's like, I feel like there has to be like guidelines. Like journalism was a thing based off of research or proven facts or whatever. It wasn't based on opinions. Like journalism wasn't based on an opinion per se. There's a level of that in there, but you know, the fact that every podcast and every this and that is all just a bunch of opinions, a bunch of people in front of a mic voicing their opinions, isn't very helpful in my opinion, because it's like, and again, this is just my opinion now I'm chatting, but it's like, look at the time, 22 minutes. But like, and this is just my opinion, so it's like, it take it or you don't, but I feel like I am somebody who's qualified, right? I'm coming from a position of qualification, of achievement, of working with whatever level of people. So I feel like my opinion on a matter that I'm actively in holds more weight than the opinion of somebody who's just outside looking in, that thinks they know everything because they've seen something online. That ain't your opinion is not valid, because it's just a bunch of gathered like fake data, you know. Like it's different if like, okay, you outside looking in, but you used to run with such and such and he was in the game. Okay, maybe your shit got a little more validity to it because you've kind of seen it. When you're just in your bedroom trolling or whatever, trying to get a reaction, or you just think you know a topic because you've Googled enough stuff.
Yeah.
It don't sit right with me. You know what I'm saying? It don't sit right with me. And that's the type of stuff that like most of this youth is absorbing and is looking at. And they taking opinions and motivation from people not qualified or people who haven't achieved anything really. You know? And that's scary. It's really scary. Like,
I think that's why I say it's even more important for them to understand that motivation aren't words, it's the
actions,
actions.
facts.
You have to get them to understand and see these things, that you have to have discernment when you listen to people.
Facts.
Yeah, and every human being has that right. You don't let nobody tell you that. Oh, just no. I have a right to really sit down and say, okay.
Yeah.
Is this person like in this
and
thing?
that's what we need to teach more of is discernment. It's like make the decision within yourself, within your mind, with your understanding as to how accurate or how valid those opinions are.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
Again, is this coming from a credible person or a qualified person or a successful person in that matter? Because if it's not, it's most likely an opinion, and they have no real skin in the game to really even be speaking on it.
Yep.
And that's what I've seen a lot of.
And anybody can be that today.
That's what's scary. That's what, going back to what I said before. That's what makes it the most scary. That anybody could do it. Yeah. Anybody could just pop up on the internet and say some shit. And we live in the era of that podcast streamers, you know, where they just talking shit and the kids eat it up because they think, oh, these are people that are famous now, so they must know what they're talking about. Yep. It's like, nah, fam, these are just motherfuckers with their own opinions, and now they're not pushing, but some are pushing their opinion onto their viewers now because they know that their viewers rock with them, so they know if they voice their opinion enough, those viewers are going to maybe even flip their belief in a situation toward what that person's opinion is. Yes. Which is scary because you're literally like what's the word? You're influencing the youth to go and follow your lead on a matter.
And you call them influencers.
And you're called an influencer. Like you're literally influencing the youth. And it's scary, like not enough of them come to the realization of that before it's too late or if at all. Yeah. You know, and now you have this big, massive following of people that rock with whatever you say, no matter what it is you say. It could be positive, it could be negative. That's not good. What you should be teaching the youth is, hey, man, this and that, this is what it is. But you know what? That's just my opinion. You make your own opinion, blah, 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 blah. That's why I fuck with somebody like Kai Cenat. I've seen Kai Cenat do that multiple times, where he'll speak passionately, deeply even about something, but then he'll always end it with like, but that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I feel. Yeah. Y'all feel the way you want or think the way you think. Yeah. That is the perfect example of like a streamer or influencer
that's a great example.
That is actually pushing his followers, especially the youth, to voice and form their own opinion. Yep. Not just follow his because he's lit. Because we didn't, like, even realistically, like, we didn't even really have that back in the day either. Like, we listen to rap music or whatever it was, and we want to beat them niggas. We wanted to sell drugs, kill, whatever, not understanding that that ain't the way. And it wasn't until 10, 15, 20 years later that those same guys will come out and be like, but that's not the way. You do what you feel is right for your situation. And that's something I am finally seeing more of now. Like Fat Joe on his podcast, you know, and a lot of those guys that are OGs now, they're like openly talking about that shit, like without any type of remorse or regret about it. They're like, nah, but you know, I was a shithead back then. But you know, that was the only way I could survive back then. I didn't want to do that back then, whatever, as opposed to just like, yeah, you gotta rob and steal to make it out of here. Like, nah, that's if you live in the suburbs, you don't gotta do none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you don't allow yourself to be influenced by somebody who's in a whole different predicament or situation in life. You feel me? So,
oh, that's 100. That's 100.
Shout out to them dudes that's actually allowing the youth to form their own opinion.
Yeah, shout to y'all. Please motivate you. Please motivate you. Please motivate you. Circumstance not define me. Keeping my eyes on the things that's in front of me. Forgetting all the things that's behind me. I did celebrate moderately. Circumstance not define me. Like this moderately. Circumstance not define me. Like this every day, cause I'm climbing. See, I'm not merely exercising. See, staying ready so I don't have to get ready. A few setbacks, but the incline is steady. A dollar in a is moderately. Circumstance not define me. Is moderately.